Hi guys, I'm Greg, and welcome back to the Creative Minecraft Building World. And this is a similar world to a survival let's play, but instead we're doing it in creative mode. And that way, we can spend time building creative projects in Minecraft, and we don't have to spend time gathering materials. Now, previously, we left off building this sky bridge on the last episode. And this is going to be a large palace castle area. So, one thing I'd like to do today is get one of the few walls set up in this new palace. So we can go right ahead and mark it out with a wool block. And I like to use colorful wool as a marker as it's not something I'm going to build with and it definitely stands out. So I'm going to grab a couple colors. And we can start marking out the wall. Now, I think I'm going to make the wall the same width as this over here. So we can make it about 6 blocks wide. And we can extend it to this side over here. And we can work across the front and that side as well. But maybe we'll even put a big entrance gate right in the front. I really have no idea right now, as I don't have a plan for this build. But let's mark something out. Okay, so I ended up getting this first wall outline marked out, and what I'm going with is a 4 block wide pattern here, then another 4 blocks, then 8, and then it starts going in 4 and another 4. And we could transfer the same exact pattern to this side over here. Okay, so I got the wall pattern transferred over to this side, and now we can figure out some sort of design along the front. Now, for the front of the wall, I decided to use a different color for the outline. And it uses a similar design to the sides, but a little bit longer, as the front wall is longer as well. So, let's start building, and I'll go to time-lapse mode. Alright, so I laid out a few blocks that are similar in the block palette as the rest of the build. And I think I'm going to try to build the walls out of only using this. That way it doesn't get too many colors and too many materials in the castle walls. Alright, let's start the time lapse. Alright, so I'm a little bit into the build, and I'm not too sure about this blackstone wall section. It might be just a little too dark. I know we have a lot of it up there. Um, I might change it out for this cobblestone wall. I kind of like how this stone brick wall with the moss over it looks, but I think I'm gonna quickly replace this and see how it looks. I really don't know. I'm not sure if I should go with the cobblestone or the blackstone. I feel like I could keep both of them too for a little bit more texture. Just the blackstone might be just a little too intense or too much of a contrast from the other colors. Yep, I think I'm gonna end up removing that. I'm gonna stick with the cobblestone. It's a much more simpler material. Alright, back to the time lapse. Okay, so we got both the side walls installed, and this is my first time using the block of netherite, and I really like this block. I think it looks really good, especially for flooring. It looks very like a heavy material, so it gives this wall a kind of a unique look. It kind of maybe looks a little funky with this glass in here, but I wanted to add in natural lighting inside the tunnel down here so it's not too dark. I could add lanterns, but I really like how bright it is in here. Okay, let's build out this front wall now. Back to the time lapse. Okay, so we got the top half of this roof on, and I wasn't sure how to make this like bell area here. So I ended up adding iron bars to the side to make it look a lot sturdier without being too blocky. So I left these holes in and I used um, wall sections to build it, which I think was a unique way. I never really built a tower using stone brick walls like that. I think it turned out okay. Now we gotta fill in the rest of this down here. Back to the time lapse. Alright guys, that's going to conclude the build for today, and I'm super happy with this progress on the walls. So next episode we'll focus on building these towers up, one on this side and then one on the other side. Now if you like this series, make sure to give it a like, as it really helps this series out. Also, make sure to subscribe, that way you won't miss an episode when I upload next. And with that being said guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Later guys!